Hi there and welcome to another walkthrough video. Today I'm going to take you through my fitness tracker for 2026. When I tell you this was a labor of love, I mean it. I have sunk so many hours just trying to get this right, but I think I've got it perfect. Where we're going to start is our yearly data page. We do have one extra one here, which is your exercises list. Now, this is something you are going to hide once you fill it out. I want you to write down every single exercise you ever do, including cardio, into this list here. It's very important. And then you are going to put those same exercises into here, because what you're going to do is you are going to track your progressive overload. The best way to make sure you're always making progress towards your goals is progressive overload. So the way this is set up is with each exercise you put your starting weight or time, speed, distance, whatever the exercise is at the start of each month and the end of each month. And then over here at the end, you will have where you started at the start of the year and where you have ended up. So you can see it all right beside each other and you can really get a great idea of your total progress. The same is true if we scroll down. Now, this is your actual measurement section. You can fill out as much or as little of this as you like. You will notice that there isn't actually that many options here because I don't like tracking certain things. I don't think it's necessary to look at, and I think it makes you feel worse about yourself. So I focus on weight, muscle mass, your BMR, percent of fat mass, and your waistline. A lot of the times, if you are losing weight at the same time as you're building muscle, there won't be a lot of visible changes in your body. So I find this system really helps because even though your weight might stay the same, your muscle mass is going up every month, your metabolic rate is going up every month, and your percent of fat is going down each month. And eventually your waistline will start shrinking as well. This is a really good indicator of how you're progressing. And again, at the end of the year, you'll be able to see where you started and where you ended up. Next is your progress photos. As I said, sometimes you can't really tell as you're going along how you're progressing. So I find having a photo from each month is a really great way to see that little bit of progress really snowball. So remember that the numbers don't show you everything. I want you to come here and see how far you've come. I've formatted them to look like little Polaroids. So each month you go ahead and put your photo in here, and at the end of the year you will be able to see how far you've come. Now, this next section, you have 3 options because I wanted you to make the sheet work for you, not against you. Now, the reason for this is because we have 3 different types of calorie tracking. So this first one is calorie tracking with no breaks. So the way that this is formatted is every day it's going to auto-populate your calorie goal up here. So say your daily calories that you want to hit is 2,000. It will automatically populate for you just like that. And just for some extra information, say your maintenance calories is about 2,200, so you're sitting in a 200 calorie deficit, which is a great deficit, it's not too hard. The way this sheet is formatted is whatever your daily calorie goal is, if it is less than the daily calorie goal, it'll turn green. But if it's a little bit more than your daily calorie goal, it'll turn red. So you can see over the entire year how your progress has been. Now, the reason I've given you multiple options for this is because when it comes to being in a caloric deficit, the recommendation is you do not stay in that deficit for more than 8 weeks. You need to give your body a break, return to your maintenance calories for a week or 2, and then return to your deficit, because otherwise your metabolism will think that's the new normal and you will plateau. However, if you do not want to do this, that is what this one is for. If you do not want to have breaks, use this one. If you do want to have breaks, use this one. As you can see, I've highlighted for you every 8 weeks. So the way this one works is, say again, 2,000 calories is your goal. But you can see here on the maintenance weeks, it hasn't populated until you put in your maintenance calories. and it will populate for those weeks. So say you still eat at 2,000 calories, it'll go green. And say you eat at 2,300 calories, it'll go red. Because this is formatted for that individual week. So it was quite nitty gritty, but I got it to work. This is always my recommendation. However, the downside of these two trackers, which is why I made a third one, is whatever this calorie goal is and whatever your maintenance goals are, if these change, for example, with significant weight loss, you can eat less calories per day than someone with a larger body. So say your calories are changing throughout the year. This will actually cause problems, because say you have been doing really well, you've been sitting at like 1,900 calories, sort of thing. Sorry, stop, 2,000 calories. Say you're hitting 1,900 calories and you're hitting 1,900 calories. If this is suddenly changed to 1,800 calories, suddenly those that were green are now red. So my recommendation is to not use these two sheets, the calorie tracking no breaks or calorie tracking with breaks, if you expect your calorie goal to change. If that is the case, please use the blank one. This will not do any formatting for you, right? This one is completely manual because your goals will be changing over time. So you will manually input your data yourself every day, and you won't have any of that color coordination. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that with a changing goal, but this gives you the option to still be able to track while having a goal that is flexible. I hope that all makes sense. Next up is our yearly food tracking. Now, this system is set up so that you're not just worrying about calories in and calories out. I want you to focus on truly nourishing your body by focusing on the 4 main macronutrients: protein, carbs, fats, and fiber. Colon cancer is on the rise, guys. I want you to focus on your fiber. And as you go ahead and you eat throughout the day and you've got your goals up here, say 70 kilos of protein, 25 grams of fiber, maybe 100 grams of fat, I don't know, 100 grams of carbs, I don't know, I'm just throwing out numbers here. Say you eat more than 100 grams of carbs, same as before, it'll go red for you. So I have formatted this for you to do that color coordination as well. I just want you to focus on the quality of food you are putting in your body as well. Don't just starve yourself. And last but not least, we have the actual exercise trackers. These are set out on an individual month's basis. Now, these drop-down menus here are informed by that list of exercises that you did originally. Because it's only full of just a blank sheet, nothing is populating right now. But once you fill that out, you'll be able to go in here, select the exercise, your weights, reps, and how many sets you do. And then down in the cardio section, again from the same list, the time you're doing it, the speed, and the distance. And on every month, we have this little note section. So each week, if you want to leave a little note to yourself, I recommend you do so. I personally like to use this section for when I'm considering increasing my weight, or perhaps I've done an injury to myself and I'm putting a note in here so that I know that I have an injury and that's why my numbers are down. But yeah, that's my entire 2026 fitness tracker. I really hope you love it. I've put so much time into this. I hope it works out for you. I've tried to consider as many different types of people as I possibly can. But thank you so much for looking at my little spreadsheet, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.